Hey, you beautiful beings. It's Lane Smith Brown of WeirdHummingbirds.com. And today we're going to talk a little bit about resilience. Now, this word has been flitting around in my head for the last few days, and there's definitely a pull towards this being a topic that somebody out there needs to hear. So I started off looking the word up, and it points towards somebody who is able to recover from a unwanted situation quickly. It talks about mental toughness, and it's usually a positive thing. But it really depends on what time of your development those things happened as to whether you will develop resilience around it. A lot of people say, oh, kids are resilient, they can handle anything. A lot of kids will learn how to cope with a lot of situations, but it doesn't mean that it hasn't had a long-term impact. The work that we're doing in Weird Hummingbirds is all about developing resilience at a later stage in your life. Anytime you look at your life and you see something that doesn't fit you, suit you, or isn't where you want it to be, I will guarantee that there is a block of some kind that happened as a result of a trauma. Now, trauma is another big word that is loaded for a lot of people, but trauma can happen in a seemingly tiny incident. It just depends on what time it happened, how it went in, how old you were, what kind of a person you are as far as how things land. Some kids just are inherently more sensitive than others. Sometimes that situation was explained to you at a later time that helped you frame it in a different way. The key here is not to judge how it happened, why you're holding on to it. It's simply to recognize that if there is an area in your life where you're not feeling particularly resilient, or you're not feeling particularly in charge of what's happening to you and the world around you, this is where you can develop resilience. These are the places where you can learn the tools to help you navigate that and reframe that in a different way that will actually allow you to springboard into a level of connection and a level of purpose that you may not have ever felt in your lifetime. If there are things that overwhelm you, that challenge you, that confound you, that's good. It's good that you're noticing that you're not just locked in to shutdown mode. When we start to question the things that are around us, when we start to yearn for something to be different, those are seeds that allow us to do the work to get there. So I have a course. I'm trying not to use these platforms to do this. I want to give you, that's a full tidbit and it can help you do a whole lot of things. But if you're finding that there are things that are lodged so deeply that you are feeling a sense of powerlessness in them, but you want to change that, there is a course that is listed in my bio that would be a really great way to start. However, you can also go to my podcast, which is about 20 to 30 hours of conversations about a variety of different things that I know is going to spark a whole bunch of connections with you. So those are a couple of ways that you can connect, going deeper on all of this stuff. I long to see you living in resilience. I long to see you living in this deep sense of personal connection, of understanding to the core of your being that you came here on purpose. You chose where you landed, and all of that together is what you're going to use to bounce off into the truth of who you are. So that's it for me today. Quick, simple thought. Hope it inspires you to start looking at things in a different way. Get onto the podcast, learn what you can learn. And if you want to speak to me, you can. There's a link right on weirdhummingbirds.com, and we can actually set up a call. How cool is that? I'd love to talk to you. Okay, that's it for me. See you next time. Bye.